Hey guys, welcome to Virtual Visioncon. My name's David Faught. How's everybody doing today? Sorry we had to change things up a little bit because this whole beer virus going on, but we all kind of enjoying it. It actually hasn't affected me too much, being the artist and everything and all, but you know how it goes. But yeah, I'm here today. I'm gonna do some sketches for you guys, do some drawings and everything and all. If you have questions for me, shoot me questions. I see I've got some down here I'm gonna answer here in a minute. I'm gonna start out. I want to talk about a couple things. Artist Alley's shopping network. I'm on there now too. I'm gonna be doing Sunday at a pre-opportune free comic book day. You guys log in. I'll have the information on my Facebook. You guys log in, take and just log in. Say you get a free pinup. You don't even have to do anything. Just log in. Say, hey, I'm here. Give my your email. I'll send it to you. It's just like going to free comic book day like any other year. Also, I'm gonna be doing free sketches for people. That's going to consist of, hey, say Ricky might want a Green Lantern, and I will sketch out a digital Green Lantern for you out on my iPad, and I will send it over to you. So yeah, guys, join me. It's 2 to 4 Sunday. We're gonna have fun. I'll answer questions, stuff like that, just like here. It looks like I got a question right here. I've got one I'm going to answer real quick. I'm looking down on my phone too while we're doing this. Let's see here. Let me get that off there real quick. Matthew Cook asks, it says, what's some of your biggest inspiration you use? Oh man, dude. Make a story, a short story real quick. I actually started out, I was going to go into Disney animation. I had everything lined out. I was actually going to go into a Disney animator, become a Disney animator. I had everything lined up, and I was going to go into it. Matt, things didn't actually work out that way, and so like went into a comic book store one day. Never been into one in my life after high school, and I saw J. Scott Campbell, and then I read his backstory of like I was like, man, his art's really Disney looking, like really just kind of odd and kind of like what I wanted to do in Disney. And so like when I read his backstory, he was the same way. He was going to go into Disney and become a Disney animator, and it failed with him. So he decided to become a comic book artist. And I was like, man, I could take my style and become a comic book artist if he could do it. I'll try to do it. So that was my very first inspiration, was Disney. After that, I discovered Star Wars when I was in high school. Watched all the Star Wars movies. That's what I was telling Zach here a while ago. When I was a kid growing up, I was that kid in the classroom, had the little notebook, and would sit there and draw little TIE fighters and stuff and everything, and draw like little prompt and stuff, and people would come up and ask me to draw. But today, it's still J. Scott Campbell. Comic book stuff's J. Scott Campbell, Michael Turner, Jim Lee, Alex Ross. What inspires me most today is I'm a huge, and I've always have been, when I was 5 foot to 10 foot pole growing up. When I was 5 years old, I would go see horror movies at the drive-in. I'm a huge horror movie fan. I remember growing up, going to the drive-in, seeing The Fog, Galaxy of Terror, all these just goofy B-movie horror movies, and I still do that today. I still have, I've got a collection of Arrow videos, and Shout Factory, and anything from The Fog to Galaxy of Terror. Just today alone, I got through the mail, I bought Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, and got it. So I know I'll be watching after this. So definitely. But yeah, that's inspiration. Other artists, I love it. I have some artist friends I inspire from: Gary Bedell, Nate Howard, Chet Smith. When I get a chance to hang out with them, that's where my inspiration really comes from. Yeah, Deanna, me too. Yeah, I just that's one thing. Like, I remember going to the theater and seeing. I was that kid. I was that '90s kid. I was lucky enough to go see, like Lion King, Beauty and the Beast. Oh man, what else? Aladdin. All these at the theater when they, I was lucky enough to see all these in the theater when they came out. Hunchback of Notre Dame. Yeah, I was lucky enough. I was that kid growing up, and I'd always go to the Disney store afterward. And I'd buy those. Remember those making of books? As soon as the movie came out, and Springfield had a Disney store, and they had these making of books, and I've still got them to this day. Of a bunch of books and everything and all of just the making of Disney and stuff and all. And I think I've got Beauty and the Beast. I've got Aladdin, and I still watch them to this day. Moana is one of my favorite movies. I love Moana. It harkens back to the Disney day, the Princess Frog. Yeah, I'm that guy. So, but sitting here looking at the questions real quick. If you guys have any more questions, if you guys have technical questions, I'm going to show off something real quick, show off a couple of things, and I'm going to draw for you guys. Basically, I've got my sketchbook. It's going to be kind of a prompt tune thing while I'm drawing. If you guys have a question, do not hesitate to ask. That's why I'm here. I'm just going to do some sketches and kind of show some, like, rules of how I draw art and everything. As you could tell, and like I think Deanna's attested to it because she's seen me draw live before. I'm not that realistic guy. Like I praise artists that could draw and paint realistically. I'm not that guy. I'm more of like I said, the Disney comic book, more actually 80s cartoon. That's another big inspiration, Matt. G.I. Joe. What else? Oh geez, Thundercats, G.I. Joe, Mask. Oh my gosh, I was a huge fan of Mask growing up. So yeah, like I'm more in tune to that than realistic drawings. I grew up on a small town. I was also that kid that didn't have internet growing up. I lived in the backwoods. Like I would live so far in the backwoods that you hear banjos playing, and you'd run. So that's what I done. Like growing up, I would have, horror movies, and that's why I'd sit and watch, the old VCR tapes of be horror movies, and I sit and draw. And I mean, there'd be hours and hours upon end, 8 hours later, I'd still be drawing. And when I got out of high school, I got my first drawing table. And then after that, it just took off. Like I professionally painted signs for a while. That was fun. I would literally have them in my front room, like with painting the signs for people. Sadly, later on, when my mom passed away, probably I think it was 8 years later, I decided, I'm like, it's time. Like I'm going to take this seriously. I'm going to become a pro artist. I didn't know what I was going to do at the time. I wanted to do comic book artist, but I never thought, in a million years, I'll never break into comic book art. Saying that now, I'm doing covers for Big Dog Inc., which I'm still kind of just out there with. It's blowing my mind. But yeah, like I decided after that I was going to take it seriously, and I will tell you guys this. Anybody that's inspiring to be an artist, just do it. Don't even think twice. I had self-doubt. I've still got self-doubt. But do me a favor and just draw. Just go out, buy a cheap pad. Don't expend a lot of money. Go out to Walmart, buy a cheap art pad, buy a cheap pencil, and just draw. Draw everything you see. If it's meant to happen, which at 99.9% chance it will, it'll happen. I'm here to test with it. I'm here with you fine folks today. Okay, let's see. Matthew was asking for someone that's not artistically inclined and wants to learn. What steps would you say get helps of it? Okay, Matthew, dude, I'm going to say this, and this is the biggest cliche. I'm sorry. Excuse me, that you'll ever hear. I get this question a lot, and what I would do, and don't hate me for this because you'll be like, well, this is the lamest answer I've ever heard. Like I just said, go get you a pencil, go get you a paper, and just take time and draw. Throw you a movie on. Take 2 hours a day. Just draw. I don't care if you, and don't worry about being good. Just draw. The good thing will come later. Your style and everything will come later. Dude, just do it. That's all I can say. When you start getting good, talk to the fine folks at like Visioncon and stuff like that, and start doing Comic Cons. Take your stuff around, show the artist, let the artist critique your work. Now, listen to the artist, but don't take it to heart. Take some advice, chomp it up as advice, and move on. Please do not take it to, don't take it to heart. There was a lot of times I went to Comic Cons and showed my work off, and I got shot down. I mean, it's going to happen. So just go buy a pencil, go buy an eraser, go buy a pad. Walmart has a really good, in fact, I'll show it to you here in a minute. I've got it right here. This is what I'm going to sketch on today here in a second. $5 pad. Dude, I still use these things today. I love them. In fact, if you want one, I will send one to you. I probably got 10 laying over there I haven't even used yet because I just buy them up and use them. Dude, it's great. Thanks for the plug for, I was getting ready to plug that here in a second. But yeah, Matt, just do it. Just go do that. Dude, if you need help, hit me up. A personal message. I'll help you any way I can. And the deal that I think Visioncon just put up, I will plug this real quick and we're going to get to sketching. I just literally broke into the comic book world. I'm excited. Tom Hutchinson and Big Dog Inc. hired me to do a couple comics. We've got one out now, the cover. It's called Princess versus Zombies, if I can talk. And I was honored to do one of the covers for Kickstarter. The Kickstarter's still up. I've got the link on my site. I think they kind of put it on here too. I was honored to do this cover. It was a lot of fun. It's my style. I was able to take my my known field of drawing, if you catch my drift, and be able to put it in the comic book world. And I've got one out now. It's on Kickstarter. Look up Princess versus Zombies. Like I said, the link's on my page. Then I've got another one coming out May 22nd, which I'll probably premiere on my Facebook page for Goth Day. And I can't say too much about it right now, but this thing, I done the lines. I was semi-happy with it. I got the colors back, and I'm flipping out. I think this is the best piece of art I've ever done. Like, I don't mean that in a cocky way. I really feel that this was the best thing I've ever done. I can't wait to show you guys. I'm excited. And it's just because of the colorist and how Tom wanted me to do this. Like, he kind of led my hand saying he wanted this, 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 and this. And, this is what happened. This is the product of it. So, all right. Looks like I've got a little time left here real quick. I am going to jump into sketches. And like I said, while I'm sketching, Matt, if you're still here, man, while I'm sketching, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to show you guys just some techniques that I do, how I draw and everything. I'm going to show you some of the utensils I use and all. Actually, when I go in, I'll kind of scoot around here real quick because I've got my stuff right here. I will take and bring this in a little bit closer because I'm going to flip the camera around here in a minute, actually. When I go to draw, I go in and usually when I'm sketching, I have a Sketchpad, which I'll show you here in a minute. Matthew, I'll show you this one here in a minute too. I'll show you the one I use. I was talking about the Walmart has for like $5. Like I said, I still use them to this day. I'll have it. Let me go ahead and open it up real quick. Okay, I'm gonna get ready to flip the camera around, so I'm gonna show you guys some utensils and all. Okay, Matt, there is the sketchbooks I use. They're the 9x12. Usually when I do something professional, I get these. I draw on them. When I use these, usually what I do is I'll sketch something out, throw it on the iPad, and ink it. So, hey, Lori, love you too, hun. I have to say, hey, I have to give a shout out to my buddy, Lori. But yeah, Matt, this is what I use. A lot of times, like I said, I'll sketch something out. That's what I've done for the cover. Both covers I sketched out and threw it on my deal. But that's them. That's what I use. They're literally, I think they're $5.95. What I use to sketch too, and that's what the white looks like, the paper. This is what I use to sketch with. I think, nope, that's not it. In fact, I might go ahead and use I always use between H-lead and I usually use H-lead when I'm doing. I might go ahead and use HB for this because it's a little bit softer. HB is a little bit softer since I'm further away from seeing it. What I do is now, Matt, you can go to Walmart, you guys, and these are literally, I think they're $5 for two. The lead, and I would recommend just HB lead starting out, is literally $1.95 for three. So you're looking at $20. You can get a good setup for drawing. This is what I usually use for like when I'm doing sketches and stuff and all. When I'm doing professional work, which over there is my setup, I usually have. It didn't work out today. The desk is horrifying, but there's my setup. I usually use a crutch for professional work. Let's get this out of the way. I usually just use a crutch for professional work. You guys let me know if this looks okay. I'm gonna kind of do this impromptu. Okay. So what I usually do is when I draw, I focus on, and people laugh at me like this because it's the cartoon part. It's the cartoon person in me. I use shapes. Like I go crazy and I use shapes. So let's do kind of like I did last time. Let's just kind of draw an impromptu girl. One of my sexy girls I draw. So I can't bring this up closer, can you guys can still see it. Let me try something here real quick. Maybe, because I might be able to do I'll be able to do this. Okay. Get out of the way here real quick. Okay. And I usually start out with a circle. You guys see that okay? Yeah, there we go. The camera might be a little bit shaky because I'm an idiot and my rigging didn't come in, so I didn't get to do the rigging like I should. Next week I will have it. I'm gonna start doing hourly shows each week. Usually when I do a picture like this, like you could tell this is the head, the side, this is the way 3/4 view, her looking this way. Usually when I start out like that, I have a rule, and it's kind of weird. And this is an eraser I use. This is it's a Stadler eraser. They're kind of more expensive, but you can get cheaper ones at Walmart. Like I said, literally for $20, Matt, you can get everything you want from Walmart. When I go to draw something, like usually 9 times out of 10, the eye level is about 3/4 of the way down. My rule is if they're younger, the eyes go a little bit further because the eyes, like right there will be the eyes. Like I usually do this little thing. That's how I do the eyes. Like those are like the skull, where the eyeballs sit in. If they're younger, the relativity between the face, the nose, and the eyes gets smaller. So like sometimes I'll bring them further down, the eyes, like down to here, and that's more your anime. I call it anime look. The nose is just like a little button nose, and I do that, and I draw really rough when I do this. Neck. Can I give you guys an idea of the neck? I always draw them way too long and way too thin. I get hell for that a lot. Shoulder, and like I said, I work really really rough when I start out. Like I play with the field. I kind of play with the shapes like that. As you can see, I'll kind of pull back and show you. None of it kind of really makes sense so far, but it will, I promise. Hair. This one will kind of give her a little. I'm a sucker for playing with doing hair. Like I love doing hair. I'm kind of bring this aside real quick. I'll bring it back over. I am a really huge sucker for doing hair. In fact, I get a lot of trouble with it too, because like a lot of people goes, oh, it's too moppy. I do that. I make it too moppy once in a while. And like I said, you guys have any questions, hit me up while I'm doing this. This is kind of just like a little promptu thing I'm doing. I was gonna have a better setup for you guys, but yeah, the rigging didn't come in today. I've got some ordered from Amazon, and it's been really slow because of the beer virus. So I apologize for that. We'll talk here at the ending a little bit more what I'm going to do about. I'm going to go start doing some live shows. When I do that, try to bring it in close. This is when I start doing a little bit more detail. Also a little bit of curve in her cheek. I'll put the eye in. One thing I discussed a couple weeks ago on my live show. It's weird. I don't know why. Like, I'm going to say this. I never finish the eyes until the last. I know people, I've said that a lot since I've been doing live. I don't know why it is. I always kind of picture it come to life. If that's not creepy enough, which I'm kind of a creepy guy anyway. People's met me before. You've met me at Visioncon. Lori knows. If Lori's still on, she knows. Whoa. So Lori knows the truth. So yeah, there we go. That's pretty much my rough drawing. Like I'll kind of put like a sash around her on this one. I won't for the sake of a family show, I won't draw the boobs like I'm usually known for. I'll kind of keep it family friendly. Yeah, Lori knows everything. Oh, thanks, Deanna. Yeah, that's about as rough as it get. And then what I saw, like I showed you guys, like also like, and Matt, if you're still on, but I would invest in one of these. This is my second best friend in the world, other than Christy, I guess. Like if you want to, yeah, we won't go there. I love you, Christy. She's probably not on, but what I'm going to do, this is what I call a gummy eraser. I use it for what they call ghosting. Now, what I'm getting ready to do, you probably will not see on the camera because it didn't show up too good. When I get to detail like this, and I'll kind of show you guys real quick what the detail looks like, or what the rough still looks like. I'll kind of pause in on it for a second. I take this eraser, and it's very, very pliable. And I take, and I'm going to kind of pan the camera over for a little bit. I'll show you. And I lightly go over it. I lightly erase it. Now, like, I still see a good image. A pretty good image. You guys probably, I was zooming a little bit closer. You guys can probably still kind of see it. This is how I do my detail. You probably can't see it too well. I'll kind of pull back again. I can see it really well because I'm just used to like seeing stuff like that, the ghosting and all that. But yeah, okay, I'll kind of go in close here, and I'll start doing some detail. And this won't take long. I go pretty quick with these. These is what I usually do for free sketches, like a free comic day and all stuff like that. Let me pull back a little bit. For some odd reason, I usually start with a nose. Don't know why. I guess it's because it's the central deal. I always build around that. Then I start at the edge. I draw in I try to draw in like the brow, where the brow meets the cheek, as you can see from here. And then I draw I try to keep everything. And like, that's one thing, like if you guys draw pinups, if that's what you want to do, keep everything on a girl curvy. Well, a mature girl. Kids don't apply. Keep everything on a mature girl as curvy as possible. Everything, keep everything a curved line. As you can see, I'm even curving the neck for the heck of it. And oh, great. And Christy just logged on. So here we go. Everybody say hi to Christy. That's my sister impromptu manager. She's usually, if I'm at Visioncon, she's there with me. But yeah, keep everything curvy. Curvy is a lot more sexy than a straight line, if that makes sense. Let's see here. I'm not used to finishing completely out with pencils. I'm used to finishing out with inks, and this isn't the paper to do the inks. So, to kind of go ahead and finish this out real quick, because we're kind of running low on time, but this won't take long. I'll finish this up. I'll kind of go ahead and draw the eyes in. When I draw a girl, I don't draw eyelashes. I draw an eyelash. I draw them the goth looking, eyelashes and everything. And I'll show you guys what I'm talking about real quick when I get these in. Like that. Like I usually keep them very simple. It looks more clean, more uniform. And clean and uniform. I just like the look. She looks weird without eyebrows yet, but whoa. So, and eyebrows, I usually keep the same. I keep them curvy. Usually the one going towards the cheek, I just keep it simple. The one going away from the cheek that's at the top of I guess it'd be the left eye, I go a little bit heavier. Sometimes I like drawing a heavier brow for a girl. I like doing that. I don't know why. It's just one of my weird tastes. I guess it's kind of the anime in me. When it comes to drawing, next usually after I do this, and like I said, you watch me when I get this done. I won't touch the eyes anymore. The eyes are done for me right now. I will not look at them. I'll just go on because I guess they're so expressive. That's the one thing I like to save at the last. We'll go ahead and just throw in some quick clothing for her. We're going to do a little bit of cleavage. I can't get away from doing that. I'll kind of erase this. We'll bring out her brows on the fleek. That's right, Lori. Brows on the fleek. That's what I always tell Christy, like when I'm drawing. She'll look at my drawing. She'll go like, brows on the fleek. I'm like, shut up. And like usually, like if I just kind of want to play with all this, like for the clothing, like she's got kind of a toga thing on is what we'll do. And I'll kind of throw that in real quick, make it impromptu. She might be kind of too skinny there. I'm known to sometimes mess up and make the girls too skinny, and I apologize for that. Losing lead. I am going to start doing all types of models, pinups this year, even guys. I got some guy ideas I want to do, and see, that's what I kind of do. Um, I really got inspired here that yesterday Christy showed me a guy that was like a guy pinup artist that drew like really sexy. This was amazing. Marvel characters. It was Chris Hemsworth, Tony Stark, and all of them. So I might get into something like that. I'm thinking about it. I think it'd be fun. I love drawing girls. Girls is my second half. Yeah. Let me see here real quick. I gotta answer this question. This is a really good question. Sarah Kane just asked. It says, "Do you find three-quarters view easier to approach than a full front-on view of the face, noses, and up?" Yes, I do. Sarah, it's really weird you ask that because for some reason when I do these, this is like my go-to pose. Like if you see a lot of my posts on Facebook, I've always been drawing like this. Like I'll do the three-quarters pose either this way or to the right or to the left. It seems like if I do this, like it's not as expressive. For some reason, when I do full-on poses, like from the front, they're more expressive. They're more cartoony. They're more, stuff like that. But yeah, it's odd you asked that because that is my go-to. This is my go-to pose. I don't know why it is. It's just, I guess it's just my brain's trained to that. This is usually my quickest way to do a drawing. And like I said, usually when I do free comic book day and I hand out free sketches and free drawings for people, this is the pose I go to. So yeah. What about you, Sarah? What do you go to? Do you? And actually, I can show you. I'll show you. Let me get this done real quick, and I'll show you a way to tackle the nose from front on. You're gonna love me for this. Either that, or you're gonna think you're crazy. Let me go ahead and get this done real quick. But yeah, I'll show you a way to tackle the nose from the front. That's really simple. There's the triangle method that I will show you, and it works really well. And for this one, I'm just kind of doing not too much detail on the hair. Usually I spend a lot more time on the hair, and I shouldn't. I get accused, like I said, for being moppy. But yeah, here you go so far. A few more things, and we'll be done with this one. I'm gonna show you the mouth. Mouth, I usually do what they call the Cupid's bow. Just do an impromptu one. Do another one. Like that. Bring that down. Give her kind of a bigger evil smile. I like putting a full bottom lip. I kind of like doing this little thing like that, the little open mouth thing. It's kind of evil looking. She looks kind of evil right now, especially without the pupils. Sectos vominos. But no. There's that. And then like this is pretty much a done sketch for me. What I do is I will find the angle that I like and I will put the eyes in. I usually use smaller pupils. Sometimes I go right on, which I think I'm gonna do with this one, and sometimes I just do this. And there. And I might put a few highlights in. But yeah, right there. There you go. That's how I do a quick sketch. Yeah, there you go. I'm gonna start before long on Wednesdays. I want you guys to log on to my site. I will take and I'm gonna do full on 11x17 drawings. I started doing horror posters. I've got one I'm working on now. I'm gonna announce right here. I have actually done. Last night I did a mock-up for Sleepaway Camp. That's gonna be my first horror poster in my style. If anybody knows Sleepaway Camp, they know it's gonna be amazing. So Sleepaway Camp's one of my favorite movies. It's out there. But okay, now Sarah. Okay. Yeah. See, I agree. Like when you do it from the front, it feels weird. I'm gonna show you real quick how I do a front nose view. I'm gonna kind of sit this down right here and let it look at this. Where you guys look at this before I do it. I'm gonna make a prompt to front face, front I guess you'd say. We'll make her kind of like young, bring the eyes down. Okay, so this is very rough. Okay, there's more of a, I know it's still kind of quarters view. Let's do that over. Let's go ahead and make you like a full on front face, because this won't take me long. What I usually do is I make them with a really strong jawline. They say girls, you're not supposed to, but I like a really strong girl, so I put a really strong jawline on her. Okay, sir. So what I usually do is I will take, and as I mark off the face, I still do this. A lot of artists, they say you're not supposed to do this when you get older, but I still do it, so I don't care what they say. There's a full-on front face, okay? The eye sockets, what I call, there's the eye sockets for it. And what you do is when you go to do the nose, I'm going to put some ears in for the ears. It's not bothering me. There's no ears, so it's kind of bothering me for some reason. I'm going to do the stick out Volkswagen door ears. Cartoony, cute looking ears. Okay, I'll kind of do this real quick. Make it a little bit more solid so you can see it. And what I do is there is a deal. There is actually a triangle in the face. And what I do is I run this down. Yep, run out of let again. From the back of this eye to the back of that socket. And about 3/4, or about half the way down, or no, about 3/4, right here would be your mouth. Half of that, I usually do the mouth, and half of that would be the nose. So see that? And what I usually do for comics with a girl, and I'll show you guys too here in a minute. This is what I do, and I kind of draw an impromptu circle. I do this, and I'm kind of known for putting big noses on girls. Sorry. And that's all I do, right there. If you can see it, I take and I keep it simple. It's kind of a strong looking nose. If you want to put one side on, you can. Usually with that, I don't. With the guys, which I'll do right here next to it, I do the same thing. I add more of a triangle. Nah. Yep, that's what I usually do. That's what I'm known for, the big noses and the strong jaw lines. With a guy, I do more of a triangle to go up. And this is just the tip of the nose. I kind of do that, make a stronger, what they call the flares. Do that and that. And usually on a guy, I will run one side of the nose up to give it kind of a strong character, and there you go. And that's what I do. Like, I keep it simple. I keep it simple. There we go. Kind of crooked, but life's not perfect. Always remember that too when you're drawing something. Life's not perfect. And there you go, guys. There's kind of the impromptu drawing session today. Looks like my times might be running a little bit short here in a minute. I'll take the last 10 minutes. Turn this around here real quick. Oh my God, there's my ugly mug again. But Sarah, yeah, if you have any more questions at all, even after this, hit me up. Like I'll answer any question for you. Personally message me, put on my Facebook wall. I'll answer. Has anybody got any questions real quick before I go to talking again? Anybody want to hear a funny story or Yeah, thanks, Lori. Yeah, you creep me at cons, so you've watched me draw before. You sit at my table for hours before, and I also remember getting a. Well, we won't get into that. Um, but yeah, you sat at my table for hours now. In fact, was it Visioncon in Branson? You actually sat next to me for like 3 or 4 hours, so I remember that. Eh, um, oh, you shut up, Christy. You go back. You go do something. Oh, thanks, Elizabeth. I appreciate that. Yeah, and I'm gonna do a lot more. This was just like a simple little thing I did. I'm going to be doing a lot more drawings soon. Like I said, I just got to get a good setup, guys. I don't have a good setup at all. I thought about making Christy sit there for like 2 hours and let her hold the camera. That's for calling me a Sasquatch. See, I'm all proper and all. But no, I wasn't going to put her through that. But yeah, I'm going to have a better setup. I'm going to have an arm and everything and all that. And oh, Sarah, that's a good question. You know what I really like, and I like the sketch. I like to me, the sketch part's the creation. I like that, but what I really like is, I like the line art mode. I love inking. Um, the inking part to me is more therapeutic. I've said this before. I love just like I can kind of shut my brain off and ink. Christy can contest that. I shut my brain off a lot, so that's nothing new. Um, but I like the creation process. I love the inking. I'm going to be completely honest. I color. Color is more of a pain in my butt. I do it, but I try to keep it as simple as possible. I'd like to learn new techniques to be a better color. If I could do that, I'd probably enjoy it more, which I want to take time this year and do it. Looks like most of the con season is going to be shut down this year, so I won't be traveling that much. So I'm going to take more time. I've been taking a lot of time during this shutdown, and I've been doing more. I've been buying books. I've been buying stuff to learn new techniques and all. I even bought new stuff, bought a new laptop, got an iPad to start doing stuff on. But yeah, I think the process between sketching and doing the line art, doing that. What's your favorite? What do you like? What do you like doing, Sarah? Is it the creation? Is it the line art? Is it the coloring? What's your favorite thing to do? And Christy? Oh, and that, yeah, Lori, that was like original colors too. I forgot about that. That was actually a watercolor. Um, I would love, and I might do it this year to do it for next year at cons. Um, I might learn a better color, what I want to say, watercoloring technique. I might try to do a better one. Like I would like to do like some really cool commissions for people at cons, like with watercolor and inks. I mean, some really detailed, crazy out of this world stuff. I'd love to learn that. Um, but yeah, Lori, I appreciate that. That thing was fun. That Wonder Woman, and I felt bad because I was running late on it, but I got it done. Things has been late as of late. Um, yeah, Saracena, that's how I feel with coloring. Like I like my stuff till I get to coloring stage, and it feels rough to me. I feel, um, if you ever feel, okay, I'll give you a small tip real quick. If you ever feel like your line art is rough, if you have the money or if you have the resources to get it, either find you a laptop, a pretty good laptop, not an expensive one, maybe from the $300 to $500 range. Get you Clip Art Studio if you don't have it. They have an amazing inking tool, and either buy you and buy some kind of tablet that's pressurized. There we go. I can talk. Um, do that. Or like I done here recently, if you have a little bit of money to spend, buy you an iPad and have a Clip Art Studio for it, and buy you an iPad pencil. It works pretty good. And try that. Practice a lot on that, and your inking will get 1,000 times better. If you think it's bad, you'll learn inking 1,000 times better. That's how I done. So yeah. See, now I feel that way. I feel like I lose some of my character when I go into drawing or go into coloring. I don't like, it's just the art thing. I think, and we've got the artist curse, right, Sarah? So that's one thing. It might be just one of those things, like you sit and you're like, oh, okay, it's you think it looks bad, it don't. Show it to somebody else. They'll be like, oh my God, it's amazing. So if you ever think you're doing something rough on your artwork, yeah, just show it to somebody. Do a bunch, show it to somebody. Get encouragement. But yeah, do that. If you can't afford that, do that. It brought up my inking skills, and it was weird because like I went from digital inking, like I used to do pen and quill and brush for inking. And what was weird was my brush inks and quill inks, and then I decided to go to markers because it's a lot cleaner, got better after I started doing it online, after digital inking. So yeah, there's something to play with. If you have any more questions, let me know. I'm sitting here looking at the phone. Yes, Matthew, thank you. See, so yeah, if that's what he's talking about, Clip Art Studio is amazing. I can't say enough good things about it. I use it for coloring now and everything. I used to have Photoshop, and because I used it for the font, because I would do logos and stuff and all. Well, now they've upped their font category and it's done great. So, but yeah, guys, I think my time's up. I appreciate everybody stopping by today. Had a blast. Enjoy the rest of the con. Give everybody heck. I'll say heck because I'll be nice. It's a family show. Yeah, and I'll see you guys later. If you can, tune in Sunday for a little bit, 4 to 2 or 2 to 4. Yeah, dyslexia, it was kicking in. 2 to 4. You guys get a free sketch and a free pinup. So, guys, thanks for joining in. I appreciate it. Have a good rest of the con.
You're the best, Dave.
I appreciate it, man. Just hit leave now.
Yeah. Just say hit leave meeting, and you'll be good.
Okay, man. I appreciate it, Zach. Appreciate it, bud.
Oh, we appreciate you, David. Thanks for stopping by.
No problem, man. You guys have fun. I'll be tuned in during the weekend. So,
looking forward to it.
Hey, see you later, bro.
Later, man.
Bye.
All right, let me